This is one of the most sinister manipulation tactics someone can use to make you fall obsessively in love with them. It's toxic, unethical, and I strongly warn against using it, but you need to know it exists to protect yourself. It's the art of weaving pleasure with pain to create an unshakable attachment. Stick with me as I reveal 3 dark psychology tricks that exploit the human mind to spark obsession. Warning: these techniques are unethical and can cause serious emotional harm. Use them with extreme caution, or better yet, avoid them entirely. Imagine having the power to make someone fall head over heels in love with you, not through genuine connection, but through calculated psychological tactics. These are dark psychology tricks, manipulative, toxic, and dangerously effective. I'm not here to encourage you to use them. In fact, I strongly advise against it. But you need to know these techniques exist, either to protect yourself from being manipulated or to understand why certain relationships feel so intense and consuming. Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 sinister methods that exploit the human mind to create obsession and attachment. Let's start with the first technique, called the savior complex trap. This is a cunning method where you position yourself as someone's hero, their beacon of hope, while secretly orchestrating the very problem they need saving from. It's like setting a fire just so you can rush in and put it out, basking in their gratitude. Here's how it works. Step 1. You identify or create a problem for your target. This could be subtle, like planting a seed of doubt about them among their social circle. For example, you might casually mention to their friends something embarrassing or misleading about them, like suggesting they're unreliable or have a secret they're hiding. This sparks tension, maybe even isolation, as their friends start to pull away or treat them differently. The target feels confused, hurt, or alone, but they don't know you had a hand in it. Step 2, you step in as their savior. When they're at their lowest, feeling attacked or misunderstood, you swoop in with kindness. You listen to their pain, offer a shoulder to cry on, or publicly defend them against the very drama you helped create. You become their safe haven, the one person who seems to understand and care. Step 3, you build dependency. By solving their problem, whether it's stopping the gossip, comforting them, or making them feel valued again, you become their emotional anchor. They start to see you as the only one who truly gets them, the one who protects them from the chaos. This creates a deep, almost obsessive attachment, because you've positioned yourself as their rescuer. Why does this work? It's rooted in a psychological principle called trauma bonding. When someone experiences pain or distress and then gets relief from another person, their brain associates that person with safety and comfort, even if that person secretly caused the pain. It's like why victims of abuse sometimes feel inexplicably drawn to their abusers. It's not logical, but it's how the mind processes emotional highs and lows. For example, imagine you're at a workplace. You subtly tell a coworker's peers something embarrassing, like they missed an important deadline due to personal issues. The gossip spreads, and they start to feel ostracized. Then you step in, publicly praising their work or defending them in a meeting, making them feel seen and valued. They're grateful, even indebted to you, and they start seeking you out for validation. Over time, they become emotionally reliant on you, not knowing you helped spark the drama in the first place. But here's the warning: this is highly manipulative. If they ever find out you orchestrated their pain, the trust is shattered and the relationship becomes toxic. It's a dangerous game that exploits vulnerability and can leave lasting emotional scars. Now, let's move to the second technique, the push-pull roller coaster. This is a classic manipulation tactic that plays with someone's emotions to create an addiction-like attachment. It's like giving someone a taste of paradise, then yanking it away, only to offer it back when they're desperate. Here's how it's done. Step 1. You shower your target with attention and affection. You're charming, attentive, and make them feel like the center of your world. You send them thoughtful texts, give them compliments, spend time making them laugh, whatever makes them feel special. You do this consistently, day after day, until they come to expect it as the norm. They start to rely on their warmth, like it's a part of their daily routine. Step 2, you pull away abruptly. Out of nowhere, you stop the affection. You become cold, distant, maybe even unresponsive. You ignore their texts, avoid eye contact, or act indifferent when you're around them. This sudden shift leaves them confused and insecure, wondering what they did wrong. Step 3, you return with warmth, but only after they felt the sting of your absence. After a period of coldness, maybe a few days or a week, you slowly start giving them attention again. You send a sweet message, flash a warm smile, or act like nothing happened. This creates a cycle of emotional highs and lows, like a roller coaster that keeps them hooked. Why is this so effective? Humans are wired to notice interruptions in patterns. When you establish a pattern of affection and then break it, it triggers a deep sense of insecurity in the target. They start to crave your validation to restore the comfort they lost. The pain of your absence makes your presence feel like a reward, and that contrast deepens their emotional attachment. Psychologically, this mimics the dynamics of addiction. Think of it like a slot machine, where the uncertainty of the reward keeps them coming back for more. For example, picture this. You've been texting someone every day for weeks, making them laugh, sharing inside jokes. They're used to it, even look forward to it. Then you ghost them for 3 days. No texts, no calls, nothing. They're left wondering if they upset you, if you've lost interest. Their self-esteem takes a hit, and they start overanalyzing. Then, out of the blue, you send a warm, "Hey, miss talking to you" message. They're flooded with relief and joy, and suddenly they're more attached to you than ever. They start chasing your attention, fearing the pain of losing it again. But let me be clear, this tactic is toxic. It can erode someone's self-esteem, making them feel unworthy unless they're earning your approval. It creates an unhealthy dynamic where they're constantly seeking your validation. And that's not love, it's control. The third technique is the scarcity illusion. And it's all about making yourself seem rare, unattainable, or in high demand to skyrocket your perceived value. If you've ever wanted something more because it felt out of reach, you felt this principle at work. Here's how it's done. Step 1. You build initial attraction. You're charming, confident, and engaging, sparking their interest right away. You show just enough warmth to draw them in, making them feel like there's a connection worth pursuing. Step 2. You create the illusion of scarcity. You subtly hint that your time, attention, or affection is limited. Maybe you mention how busy you are with other priorities, work, hobbies, or even other people vying for your attention. You're not overt about it. You drop these hints casually, so they don't feel like you're bragging. For example, you might say, "I'd love to hang out, but my schedule's packed this week." Or let it slip that you've been getting a lot of messages lately. This makes them chase you, desperate to secure your focus and prove they're worthy of it. This works because of a psychological principle called the scarcity heuristic. Our brains are wired to value things that seem rare or hard to obtain. Think about limited edition sneakers or a sold-out concert. When something's scarce, we want it more. By making yourself seem unattainable, you become more desirable, and the target works harder to win you over. They start to see you as a prize, someone they need to earn. For example, imagine you're at a party, and you're charming and attentive to someone for a short time, making them feel special. Then, you casually mention you're leaving early because you've got other plans. Over the next few days, you're sporadic with your attention. Maybe you send a thoughtful message one day, then go silent for 2. They start obsessing over how to get more of your time, replaying your interactions in their head, trying to figure out how to stand out. They're hooked, not because you're genuinely connecting, but because you've made yourself seem like a rare commodity. But here's the catch. This creates an imbalanced relationship. The target feels like they're never quite good enough, always chasing someone who seems just out of reach. It's emotionally exhausting and can breed resentment over time. These 3 techniques, the savior complex trap, the push-pull roller coaster, and the scarcity illusion, are incredibly powerful, but they come with a heavy cost. They exploit vulnerabilities, manipulate emotions, and can cause real harm. The savior complex trap creates dependency through orchestrated pain and rescue. The push-pull roller coaster hooks someone by toying with their need for validation. The scarcity illusion makes them chase you by making you seem unattainable. Each one plays on deep-seated psychological triggers, trauma bonding, pattern interruption, the scarcity heuristic, to create attachment. But it's not love. It's control, obsession, or fear of loss disguised as affection. If you're tempted to use these tactics, ask yourself, do you want someone to love you for who you are, or because you've manipulated their emotions? Real love is built on trust, mutual respect, and genuine connection, not mind games that leave someone feeling insecure or unworthy. On the flip side, knowing these tactics can protect you. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like you were constantly chasing someone's approval, or where one person seemed to be your only source of comfort in a storm?